First of all, I start every year with something called a binding agreement with me, myself, and I. And so I sign it and say that I'm going to pay the price that's necessary to reach my life's dreams and destiny without being dishonest or deceitful. And I do that so I don't feel shortchanged in my life. And I've looked at my life, and when have I been the most productive, the happiest? And then I created a winning daily program. And the first thing every day is I take action. Next thing is meditation. I try to get an hour's worth of exercise in every day. It's usually about 5 days a week. I visualize and I review my goals for about 15 to 20 minutes. I spend 30 minutes to 1 hour every day studying. And the reason I suggest that is if you think about this, if you study 1 hour a day, at the end of 1 year, you have given yourself the equivalent of 9 40-hour weeks. So you could become an expert in 2 or 3 years with 9 40-hour weeks each year studying something. And so I happen to study the brain and the universe and goal achieving and building companies. So I will study for 1 hour a day. Usually now it's about 2 to 3 hours a day. And the other part is eat healthy, fresh foods, and then appreciate, love, be grateful, and have fun. And so for me, that's the formula that's worked for me. And I didn't even know you were going to ask me that question, Bill. And I have this laminated right here on my desk, along with my goals and my binding agreement and my vision and pictures of my my physique and my exercise plan and program. So I don't just talk about it. I live it. I do the work that's necessary for me to keep the focus that I need to have in order to achieve the goals that I want to achieve. I wrote a little quote yesterday that appeared in our One Coach report. It says, there are only 2 times in a business person's day: the time that you make your company money and the time that you're costing your company money. And so you evaluate your activities based on, is it costing my company money or is it making my company money? One of the things that we do here as an office is we've got everybody's top 4 or 6 goals that they're going to achieve that day. And if it's our executive assistant, I don't care if the phone doesn't get answered. I want those 4 or 5 things done by the end of that day. And so we focus on what is each individual's highest income producing activity. And then what are you going to do today to make sure that you are providing to your company and to our shareholders, if we have any, the highest return on investment. And when you can get people to understand that if you take care of the big stuff, all the little stuff will fit in, it works out well. But what most people think is that let's just get the little tedious stuff out of the way, and then I'll have time to really take care of the big stuff. The little tedious stuff never, ever, ever stops. And so a small twist in the equation is just, what are the big rocks? You remember the story of the big rocks, don't you? If I had a bowl and there was a whole bunch of big rocks, some sand and some water next to the rocks, okay? In order for me to get everything into the bowl, I'd have to put the big rocks in first. Then if I put the sand over the big rocks, I'd be able to shake it around so the sand would find its place. That's the only way I would have room to put the water in. If I put the water in first, followed by the sand, there will be no room for the big rocks. So the question or the answer is always do the big rocks first, and you'll have more than enough time to get the little rocks in.